What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the special edition of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. We're going to be going to Hannity here shortly. I saw it on here. Jesse just finished up. So, hi, Pat. Hi, Vic. Hopefully, we can pack some people in here. I don't know how fast he'll be going to the town hall. It usually takes a little bit before you know why he's talking and stuff like that. But because Kamala Harris backed out of a debate tonight, is why Trump is doing this town hall. Because this is the way you get your information. You hear it live and in person, not like Kamala Harris does with pre-taped interview so they can edit everything. You hear it right here for a fact for yourself. And that's what the liberals don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the facts for themselves, so they don't watch stuff like this. They don't go to the House Judiciary Committee and watch hearings so you can hear all the information that comes out. They want to sit there and believe everything that they hear from these fake news media instead of hearing live like we're doing now, doing tonight. Hi, Joan. Cecil, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and I better put that up before people get. For everyone that's new to the show, there's my information for you guys to go and sign up, friend me, subscribe, whatever it is, follow, send me a friend's request on Facebook, whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from. Go there, hook me up. I'll send you a friend's. Well, okay, Fox News, don't be screwing up now. So we're going to have to watch what they're doing there. That's not my computer buffering. I don't have any issues here. So we'll see what's going on here with Fox. Uh-oh. Even their chat went down. They better get up. Oh, don't even think about that. Their chat went down and everything. So let's see what's going on here. What's behind me? Yep. They better get on the ball here. Interview will start at. Okay, there we go. That's on Tesla's site. Let's see what this one shows. That shows. Well, we're going back to Tesla's site. If they're going to show it here, we're going to show Elon Musk here in 5 minutes, they're saying. So we'll see what happens since Fox went down. Everything got frozen and everything on there. So, but any of you guys are new to the show, go ahead and subscribe, like whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from, with all my information there. Your best one to go to wimpkin.com/country conservative. Join us in chat. You guys will have a blast in there. Mark, thanks. How you doing, Mark? Pat and Tammy. Tammy's there. All right. Hi, everyone. So we'll see the interview going to start here in 4.5 minutes. We'll see what happens. My phone was on the charger. Well, at least you made it. That's all that matters. So as soon as this goes on, we'll go big with this. I won't be talking during it and during their commercials, maybe if they have any commercials. But like I said, this is for the idiot liberals on here that want to get the truth of what Trump is about, because you didn't pay attention the first time. Pay attention. And thanks to Vic, Pat, because I asked her opinion on it before. I did have a show planned for tonight, but I will save that for tomorrow night. And don't forget, we will be streaming live for the debate. What is that? Next Tuesday, I think it is, the 10th. Oops, wrong one.
Email.
And I think that is the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. We will be streaming that. That's Tuesday. And so don't forget about that too. But we will have the normal shows. John, hi, John. We got about 3 minutes left here, so we're going to be getting into it. So everyone that's just tuning in, there's my information for you guys to like, subscribe, friend me, whatever it is. But you wanted to go to a great place, go to wimpkin.com, get the app, get whatever it is. If you're on PC like I am right now, go to the website, join it. Join me at wimpkin.com/country conservative. You'll see that. That's the first one up there. And join us in chat. You guys will love it. We have a blast in chat. We're answering a lot of questions. If I don't have the answer, they get the answers for you. Got a lot of Wimpkin warriors in there that do a great job, help me out with the show. And that is what we do. We get the information out to you. We get the truth out to you. And that's what we're going to be doing here in about 2 minutes. Hopefully this doesn't crash like it did when Trump and Musk had their town hall, their little meet and greet there. Hopefully it crashed. They got hacked and they got shut down. So we'll see what happens. But we got about a little over 2 minutes. So if you guys got any questions, don't forget to leave them in comments. I'll be watching my comment sections. So don't forget to leave them in there. We're Facebook, we got YouTube, we got X, we got Rumble, we got Wimpkin. We've got them all. So don't forget to make a comments while we're watching it. If you got any questions on it, leave them in the chats. And I will get to you. If I don't have the answer, I will give it to the Wimpkin Warriors. They will find out the answer for me. They always do. Great people, great place to be. Don't forget, sign up for Wimpkin. Censor-free social media site. You guys will love it. We got about a minute to go here. So make sure you guys are watching. Get your friends to come in. Watch it. We are on weeknights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Conservative Viewpoint, where we have videos. We've got everything. We've got the truth out to you. We don't let any stone unturned. So you guys will want to tune in weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we have a lot of people from other countries that tune in. So we can't leave them out, so they know what time to schedule theirs in. We got guys from Scandinavia, from England, Canada, everywhere, different time zones, all over the United States to tune in. So we make sure we say Eastern Standard Time, so they plan on it. We have the Scandinavian guy, America Peer, that tunes in, and it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for him. It's awesome. So let's see what's going to start here. I'm going to remove my banner. No, I'm going to leave it up because it'll cover it up here. And we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully it goes better than it did when him and Musk had theirs. So we'll have to see. This is what we saw when Elon Musk and Trump had their interview. And it never went because they crashed or they got hacked. So we're going to see what happens. If this doesn't go for a while, we're going to switch back over. We're going to try to find it over somewhere else. Because usually Hannity talks for a little while before they get started. Do you see it behind me at all? Nope. It's not behind me, so I'm hoping they get started, or if I'm going to have to go find it somewhere else. We had it, and Fox crashed. Their whole chat went down. Everyone went down. They put what's-her-face on there. And, hell, I can't remember that now. So we're going to see what happens here. If this, oh, come on, this is what they did before. Okay, let me go look here real quick. See if they screwed up or not. And I get that. That's the wrong one, too. They're talking about the Georgia shooting. That's the same one. Nope. Well, obviously, Sean Hannity didn't go live again because that's who we had on the first time. Nope. This is the same video we saw when they crash. So if anybody sees it in there, let me know. It has to be censorship free if my mouth is here. Exactly. That's for sure, Vic. If anybody sees it, let me know. I'm going to look through here. There's Tesla again. Let's go to Benny Johnson.
And 21 million people, many of whom are from prisons, many of whom are murderers and drug dealers and child traffickers. And by the way, women traffickers. You know, women trafficking is the biggest, and they're traffickers in women. And they're coming in now, and they're putting them in our Social Security accounts, and they're putting them in our Medicare. And just one thing, it's, if you take a look over the last week, I said this was going to happen, and it's happening. Because these people are tougher than our criminals. Our criminals are nice people by comparison. That's the only good thing. We're showing how nice our criminals are. They came from 22 people recently came from the Congo in Africa. Where do you come from? Prison. What did you do? We refuse to say. We're letting everybody in. We're letting everybody in. Take a look at Aurora in Colorado, where Venezuelans are taking over the whole town. They're taking over buildings, the whole town. And the sheriff, who can blame them? I mean, they have AK-47s. You saw it the other day. They're knocking down doors and occupying apartments of people. The people are petrified, and it's getting worse and worse. You look at New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and now you look at all over the place. You take a look at Iowa, Idaho, places that never had the problem. They're pouring in. 21 million people, that's bigger than New York. And we have to stop it. And we have to do the largest deportation in the history.
Let me play for you. And this is really a problem for the campaign, in my view, is early voting is about to start, and I don't know how many Americans are truly familiar with her positions of decriminalizing illegal immigration and free housing, healthcare, education. Tim Walz wants free college education, legal driver's licenses.
I was so honored today.
And she wants a path to
his brother endorsed me.
I saw it.
And his whole family. I saw the picture. And honestly, it was a very nice looking family. But his brother endorsed me, and the whole family endorsed me. I said, who are all the people? Let me tell you, there's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things perhaps, but we're not weird. But he is a weird guy. He walks on the stage. There's something wrong with that guy. And he called me weird. And then the fake news media picks it up. That was the word of the day. Weird, weird, weird. They're all going, but we're not weird guys. We're very solid people that want our country to be great again. I mean, it's very simple.
Let's play Kamala in her own words on the issue of immigration.
This whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
You support giving universal health care, Medicare for all to people who are in this country illegally?
Let me just be very clear about this. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country.
Let me tell you what $5 means to my campaign.
From access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
We have to have a secure border, but I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct.
The border is secure. Listen, I think there's no question that we've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing, and we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
So, and now she wants to offer a path to citizenship, which by any definition would be amnesty. Your reaction?
But, well, before you even start with that, of course it's ridiculous. You can't do it. No country could sustain this, but she wants no fracking in Pennsylvania. She wants no fracking. And She said it 100 times. There will be no fracking. There will be no fracking. There will be no fracking. Then just recently she said, yes, I could approve fracking. Look, this is a woman who is dangerous. I don't think too smart, but let's see. But she loses her train of thought a lot. She goes, that's why she doesn't want to do interviews. Can you imagine her doing an interview like this or like any of them? I mean, she did an interview with Dana Bash on CNN. And, you know, I have to tell you, Dana Bash did the debate with Joe Biden with, I used to call him Fake Tapper, but I don't do that anymore. You know why? Because he was very honorable and so was she. And I thought that she would give a fair interview based on the debate because she was fair. I was surprised, to be honest with you. I didn't expect that, but she was fair. I thought I did well. I don't think he did too well. Although a friend of mine said, you shouldn't have done the interview. He's not going to make it. And you know what? He didn't make it. You know, think of this. It's very unfair in a lot of ways. I complain about it, but she ran against him in the primary. She got no votes, and she was the first to leave. 22 people or something like that. And she dropped. She was down to nothing. Never even made Iowa. And he got 14 million votes, and they threw him out. They said, "We want you out." And he wasn't going to win. I don't think. I mean, I don't think he was going to win. But we did a good debate. We had a good debate, and it was a fair debate. And he was down like 18 or 19 points after the debate. And I hate mosquitoes. I'm surprised I didn't think we had. We don't like those mosquitoes running around. We want nothing to do with them. But we want nothing to do with bad politicians that hate our country, too. You want to know the truth. But they went to him and they said, we want you out. You're not going to win. And it was really a coup when you think about it. And the woman who came in, the person that came in last, I mean, she came in last. She was the first one out of all those people. You had many people that did pretty well. It was actually close at the end. And then in South Carolina, and by the way, New Hampshire was so badly treated by the Democrat Party and by Joe Biden and her. I can't imagine New Hampshire voting for him. Anybody in New Hampshire, because they're watching right now, but anybody in New Hampshire that votes for Biden and Kamala, I really think, I call her a comrade, Kamala, because that's what her ideology is. But you know that she did something after decades and decades and decades. It was Iowa, the first two, Iowa, New Hampshire. And that's the way people thought it was going to be. He didn't want to go to New Hampshire. He didn't want to play the New Hampshire game. And so he went to a different state. We won't mention. It's a great state. I won it by a lot. I love that state. But he dumped New Hampshire. And I said to people today, who the hell from New Hampshire would vote for this guy? He changed the whole primary system. He changed the whole system because he took them out of the order. I think it's going to have a big effect. We really want to win New Hampshire. I've done well there, and we really want to win New Hampshire.
Let me go back to the issue, and it's a big issue in the state of Pennsylvania, and you mentioned it. And let me just tell the audience so everybody is fully aware, is that tonight Fox offered a debate opportunity between you and Kamala Harris, and I was not going to be here, but it was going to be Brett and Martha.
This was supposed to be a debate.
Right.
Yes.
So I would have preferred.
I figured.
I think he's a nice guy, but I would have preferred a debate.
Thanks a lot.
But this is the best we could do, Sean.
You're stuck with me. Let me though play, because the big issue in this state is the issue of banning fracking. Now, in that, I thought it was a horrible interview and a missed opportunity. Do you know, for 16 minutes, she spoke for 16 minutes and 29 seconds. And that whole interview, the only interview, you and J.D. Vance have done, this is your 36th interview or press conference between the two of you. And we don't know if she supports the Green New Deal she co-sponsored with Bernie Sanders. That would cost $93 trillion. We don't know if she stands by that. We don't know if she supports Medicare for all. That would eliminate all private health insurance. We don't know if she would really ban fracking. Now, in the CNN interview, she said, well, I said in 2020 that, I would not ban fracking. CNN had to fact check her and say, No, she never said it. This is what she really said.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yes,
So would you ban offshore drilling?
yes. And I've, again, worked on that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a better businessman than I am. Isn't energy, fracking, oil the lifeblood of the world's economy?
So the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania cannot even take a chance because that's the real opinion from her. Now, the whole country would go down the tubes if you didn't do the fossil fuel thing. It just would go. And you can do all sorts of other things. But, you know, Germany tried it and it lasted for about 9 months and they were going to go down the tubes entirely. And somebody else came in and I hate to say they're building a coal plant every single week, and they're building nuclear and they're doing a lot of things. It's never worked. It never will work. But Pennsylvania can't take a chance that that answer is true. But she's been there for 20 years. That's what she's been saying for a long time. And she will do that. There's no chance that she's going to allow it. The election will take place. If she won, you're not going to have any fracking in Pennsylvania. You have 500,000 jobs. Think of that. It's your biggest business. And you get a big majority of your income from fracking. And you have somebody that's not going to allow fracking. She's not going to allow it. You can't take the chance. You have no choice. You've got to vote for me. You've got to vote for me. Even if you don't like me. You know? Yeah. It's no, but even if you don't like me, you can sit there and say, I can't stand that guy, but there's no way I'm going to vote for her. No, you have to have fracking. You know, you're the biggest in the country for this. You have two of the biggest sites in the world. It's a massive business for Pennsylvania, and you can't take a chance. She will not allow fracking. She's not going to, and she's got a lot of other problems too. But for your particular, for the Commonwealth, you have no choice
if I may,
but to allow it.
16 minutes and 30 seconds are up. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
The president has spoken for a total of 16 minutes and 30 seconds.
Jeez.
I'll say something else
Real quick, because we got to break.
That is so embarrassing.
That interview, she had notes. That means she knew the questions, and she had notes. She kept looking down, up. Nobody wants to cover it. I know all about notes. I mean, you know, it's all right if people know that, but she wasn't supposed to have notes. So she's asked a question. She looks down. She keeps on. She had notes. That means she knew that she knew what was happening.
Did her campaign, when they said that they wanted to change the rules that they had agreed to, did they ask for notes? Did they ask for the?
They wanted notes.
They wanted to be seated, and they wanted your mic hot.
And they wanted a desk. They didn't want to do. I said, you got to do a stand.
After they already agreed to the other.
Yeah, but they wanted a desk from the beginning. You know who else wanted a desk? Sleepy Joe. He wanted a desk.
All right, we got to take a break. More with President Trump. We are in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We'll continue our town hall. We'll get audience questions and much more. Thank you for being with us.
No, I wish I could find somebody else other
Ladies and
than.
gentlemen, got to unmute. How we doing? Good? Everything
Nope.
good?
I'm
I'm
going to mute him. I wish I could find somebody else, but for some reason, Hannity's not coming up. None of the lives one are coming up for some reason. They're all showing the shooting in Georgia. The one we were on didn't even come up. All of Fox ones are not showing it. And that's not even live either. So, and I don't know what happened with Wimpkin. Wimpkin went down real quick for some reason. I don't know why. Thanks to a couple of the guys. Tammy went to Rumble and notified me. I didn't even know it. I was looking for another channel to go on when it happened. So I don't know what is going on. Why Fox will not show on YouTube. I am everywhere looking for it, and I have found it nowhere. So we're putting up with Benny Johnson. So, okay, that's all right. I don't know why. What happened to their other channel went down. I'm on live everywhere. Can't find it. So hopefully we don't lose it again on Wimpkin. Charles Ultramad, welcome to the show. There's Kurt. I see Martin. We got a couple new faces in the crowd. I'm glad to see you guys. Billy Bob, I didn't get to say hi to you. But I'll continue to look and see if we can get this on our own. Tesla's still not showing it, just like what happened whenever we were watching theirs. But everybody else has people on it, and they're not showing it either. So we're going to see what happens. Let me put me back up here, and we'll see what happens here when he comes live again. But I can't find it anywhere. If you guys find it somewhere with just Fox, let me know, because I'm not finding it anywhere. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Exactly right, Dennis. That's for sure. We got some new faces in the crowd. Hopefully we can keep them coming in. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to watch the Conservative Viewpoint. And so far, so good. You know, it wouldn't be running so good if Kamala Harris was doing this. But we'll see what happens here. And I wish I could find it so we could watch it here again. But they're not showing it anywhere. And I'm on all live here like crazy. I don't know where everybody's hiding it from. And that is not live. So everywhere I look, it's not there. So we're going to stick with Benny here. I wish he would mute his mic during it. But we'll see what happens here. We got Cecil. I checked him. And Martin. Welcome, everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I will go back up through there. I don't talk while we're watching Trump. I saw Billy Bob up there. Yep. Man, I never think that they took this many commercials. We're going to see how long it takes election interference. Got that right, Vic. Because I've got everything streaming here and nothing showing on live here. We got everybody tuning in here on X and everything. Welcome, guys. And we will continue to stream this once they get back from a commercial. And Tesla, we're seeing the same video we saw when Tesla went down, when X went down during Trump and Musk interview. So obviously they're not back yet. So I'm not seeing anything yet either. So everywhere I go, there's nothing going on. Tina, did you guys see the folks asking Alexa? You know, I tried that too, Tina, today, and mine did not do that. Dadovate, welcome to the show. There's another new name. No, not yet. I got him muted. When they come back from commercial, Dad, I will put the sound back on. Looking all over X and can't find it. Me either. Fox went down that we were watching it and it just froze. And now I can't find it anywhere. I'm not sure where Benny's getting it from. But I'll continue to look after we get started here again. But I've got it everywhere and cannot find it. All the Fox places are showing the Georgia shooting. So I don't want to miss them coming back on, but I keep looking now, and they're still on commercial. I'm going to leave it right in here because it says live 24/7. Oh, this must be it. Hold on, let's get back to that.
Also have the courage to reject that term illegal alien. some of the worst of criminal behavior. I have seen the worst of crime. An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal.
All right, we continue in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're broadcasting in front of a massive crowd. By the way, we have in our audience, he is the Republican challenger to a very 98.6% Joe Biden, Kamala Harris voting supporter. Dave McCormick is running against Senator Casey in what is a very important race. Dave, great to have you.
Thank you.
Now, you just heard Kamala Harris, our country's failed border czar, talking about her commitment. You need the courage to never say the word radical Islamic terrorism or illegal alien. President Trump is back with us. What is your reaction to that? Because who attacked us on 9/11 and who's crossing our border?
So she wants to be politically correct, and we can't be politically correct anymore. Look, we have October 7th. People saw it. We have things going on in the world right now with Israel and with the Middle East is blowing up. It's blowing up. We have Ukraine and Russia. That would never happen. That would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened. If I were the president, it would have never happened, and everybody knew it. Iran was broke. They didn't have the money for Hamas and for Hezbollah. They didn't have the money for anybody. They wanted to get by. And we would have made a fair deal with them. I was only looking to make a fair deal with them. But, you know, I wanted to say it so much during my term. We went 4 years without any blow-ups. We had no World Trade Center blow-up. We had no radical Islamic terror. We had no radical Islamic terror because we were very tough at the borders and we were very tough with our statements, and we had the whole world was a safe place. That was the question they asked Viktor Orban, who's really considered a very strong. They said he's a strong man. Sometimes you need a strong man. He's a strong man. He's the prime minister of Hungary. And he said, you bring back Trump, everybody. Now, I'm not saying it, but he said it because I'd rather say respect. But he said, everybody was afraid of Trump. You bring him back, you're not going to have any problems. It's all going to go away. The world is blowing up. The world is blowing up.
This brings.
And Sean, one thing.
Yeah.
The world is blowing up. And when you look at Ukraine and you look at Russia, you look at all the things that are happening, we are potentially getting ready. I'm telling you, and I've made a lot of predictions, and this is not a prediction because it's so bad. I don't want it to be a prediction. We're heading into World War III territory. And because of the power of weapons, nuclear weapons in particular, but other weapons also, and I know the weapons better than anybody because I'm the one that bought them and we rebuilt our entire military. We upgraded our entire program. And the one program I hated to upgrade, hated it, was the nuclear program. And I understand it maybe better than anybody. My uncle was at MIT, a professor, the longest serving professor in the history of MIT, a very smart guy. We have a smart family. It's nice to have a smart family. But I understood nuclear for a long time, the power of nuclear weapons. You need a president that's not going to be taking you into war. We won't have World War III when I'm elected. But with these clowns that you have in there, you're going to end up having World War III. And it's going to be a war like no other.
Let me ask you a more personal question, because you paid a very big price for getting into the political arena. Never mind opportunity costs that you would have had. You've had a successful business. Obviously, you've been a victim of lawfare, if you will, or a weaponized Department of Justice. Although the Supreme Court ruling on immunity, I think, was very clear, although certain judges may not abide by it.
Yeah.
And I listened to you talk about the borders. I listened to you talk about how dangerous the world situation is. I listened to you talk about the economy and fracking and the need for energy, and I hear you. And then I ask myself, okay, why is this different? If 2016 was about the forgotten man and forgotten woman, what is 2024 about?
So it's not that different. It's still about the forgotten man and the forgotten woman. The people are being treated horribly in this country. We're a country that's being laughed at all over the world. And I'll be honest, if Joe Biden would be a great president, I would be happier than being the worst president in the history of our country, because I want to see what's good for the country. And I would have been very happy. I have very nice places I could be. This is not easy. I got shot at, I mean, I got hit. I could have been all over that place. I could have, but you know what? It's very simple, and it starts with make America great again. That's what we have to do.
It makes me think that.
Oh man, what a great answer! What a great answer!
If you look at everything that we discussed tonight, and you look at your platform. Thank you. What really infuriates me, and I'm straightforward. I'm a member of the press, but I'm a talk show host. I'm a conservative, and people know where I stand. I think the press, they're all liberal talk show hosts, but they're dishonest about who they are, and they have an agenda. They've never played Kamala in her own words for radical statements or extreme statements. I think dangerous statements. And I just think that if we're talking about the border, all of these 11 million, it was all preventable. I think on the economy, if you had sound economic policy, you handed off 1.4% inflation, we'd be doing better in the economy. We'd be energy dominant by now because we were on a path towards energy dominance. We wouldn't have to, Iran was in check. You had them on the verge of bankruptcy. Russia, you had a relationship with them, and North Korea and the mullahs.
But nobody was tougher with Russia than me. I shut down the biggest pipeline in the world that Russia was building. It was called Nord Stream 2. Nobody ever heard of it. And I said, no way. I said to Germany, there's no way we're going to protect you with NATO and spend billions of dollars protecting Europe, and you guys are going to be buying oil from the person and the group that we're protecting you from. And I shut it down. It was 100% shut down. And then this pathetic person comes in, and he immediately approves it. But he shut down the Keystone XL pipeline, our pipeline. And the head of that union, by the way, the pipe fitters union, the pipeline union, the head of that union nominated and was a big deal in the Biden campaign, and he endorsed him. And those people, 48,000 people lost their jobs. It was all approved. I got it approved. Obama rejected it. I approved it. It was starting. They spent billions of dollars. It was also, and they rejected it. It would have been fantastic for us, including the 48,000 jobs. And what he did is he let Russia build the pipeline that I had stopped. It was totally stopped. Going to Germany and other countries. Think of it. We protect them from Russia, and yet they pay Russia billions of dollars. Does it make sense? So I was the toughest on Russia. Putin would even say, if you're not the toughest guy, you're killing us. I'd hate to see you if you were really tough. This was the biggest job they've ever had, and I stopped it. And you know what? Russia would have been fine. China would have been fine. China was fine. China paid us hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs under me. Under no other president, and I mean right from the beginning, did they pay 10 cents.
We're going to get to audience questions. I do have a question as we go to break. And I think this should be a question asked in every presidential election, and I'll ask the people here in Harrisburg, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Okay. When we come back, more former President Trump. We're in Harrisburg, PA, as we continue.
Okay, now we'll get to the commercial, and I'm going to sit there and try to switch over to NPC. We'll see what happens here. I've had it on over here for a little while now, and it seems to be working. Now that's if I can find it again. Let's see if I can drag it from here. I got so many damn screens open here. Now they'll be going to this commercial here in a second too. I'm going to leave that off because it's the same thing we heard before. And then they're going to go to commercial here in a second. So we're about a 30-second delay in this. But I just wish Benny would stop talking while during it. We don't need to hear him. Hi, Madeline. Aaron, how you doing, Aaron? Hi, Ginger. Sean, what's going on, Sean? Okay, now they're at commercial. So we'll see what happens. They don't talk during this. So we'll leave it on here for now. And then I don't know why. I still looked for Fox and everything, and it didn't happen. Fox was nowhere to be found. They're still showing other stuff, but it's not live. It's replays from Georgia. Glad everybody's in here. 94 looking like on X. Let me see what we got in here. Yep, we got. Facebook doesn't show me how many we have. 83, it looks like on X right now. The only thing I see on Wimpkin is 23, but if everybody came back, it's more than that, 24. And Rumble is only showing 20. I don't know, or 19 now. I don't know why I have so much trouble with Rumble. But Wimpkin's where it's at, people. If you guys are new to the show, go to wimpkin.com, WIMKIN.com/country conservative. Join us in chat. You guys are going to love it. We have the best people in here. We have the greatest conversations. We talk about stuff that I'm talking about on the show, which is also the Conservative Viewpoint, weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get into a lot of different discussions. We got tons of videos. We got tons of stuff going on. We got giveaways. We've got a Don't Get Dead disaster factor tip of the day, which we're going to bypass that tonight, of course. We also started a Lefties Losing It from our people, great people from down under, Sky News. And we're going to keep that going because they have some great stuff for Lefties Losing It. We've got a lot of stuff, and we'll keep building as we go. And we also got Vic and Gab, which is a chick show. They'll be doing their show on the 9th on wimpkin.com also. You guys got to check it out. There's going to be a lot of different stuff with them. I'm excited for it. So we'll see what happens when they start their first show. It's going to be premiered Monday the 9th. So that's going to be great. 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out, guys. Wimpkin.com. And you will find it up in the live videos when you go to the main page. All the live videos that are on pop up there. You just got to click on it and show it. You guys are going to love it. I guarantee it. What's up, Sean? Got a lot of stuff going on. We'll see. Everything's going pretty good. You know, Trump is great at this. He can speak off the top of his, off the cuff with no problem. Kamala Harris can't even finish out a sentence. And she doesn't even have an issue. At least Joe Biden had an issue. He's demented. Or Parkinson's or whatever the hell's wrong with him. He got a lot wrong with him. But guys, join us in chat and wimpkin.com. You got it? But I've got chats all open all over the place. I got X. I got Facebook. I got Wimpkin over here. I got Rumble over here. I don't even have my fifth screen open. That's just for my laptop. But we got them everywhere, guys. So you guys want to join in? Give us your opinion on the stuff that we're talking about or what Trump's talking about tonight. Talk about, during the normal show. You give your opinions on my show. Help me improve it. The Wimpkin Warriors help me with my show. They remind me of stuff that is. We got another Sean too. Sean is in Facebook. He's a local guy that does great work. I mean, he does mechanic work. He does detailing work. He does it all. And my in-laws take their cars to him. And one of my cars can't do it because it's got the ceramic on it. But, yeah, he's got a great thing, Dolan Repair Shop in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. Or not Mount Morris, Mariana, PA. Sorry about that, Sean. But he does excellent work. If you guys need a great detail, look him up. You'll love it. But we're waiting for them to come back now. Kamala has an issue. She's an idiot. Exactly right, Cecil. She's a huge idiot. And we're seeing a hoe, Cecil. She's a hoe. How do you think she made it to the White House so quick? She did it on her knee pads. But we're going to wait for them to come back, and we'll see what else President Trump has to say. So I do have it muted. If you guys got any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in chat. Trump is right. The Democrats are weakening our military and setting USA up to lose World War III. That is a given. Yeah, Sean. Everybody wants me to get Sean on Facebook. Sean Dolan everybody wants me to get you to come over to wimpkin.com, and we can publicize your business on there too. So I tell him we'll see what happens. Wimpkin.com is a great place to be. WIMKIN. You don't get censored like I do in Facebook and YouTube. I finally got off my suspension in YouTube, so we're actually streaming tonight on YouTube also. I did gain a new follower tonight on YouTube, which is good. I don't have a lot of people on YouTube, but I'm not really worried about them. Wimpkin is the best place you can go right now. Rumble, I don't know why. I'm up to 23 on Rumble. I don't get it, but here we go. I think we're back again.
Inflation transitory? I mean, these price spikes seem like they're going to be with us for a while.
We have to address the fact that we got to deal with the fact that folks are paying for gas, paying for groceries, and need solutions to it.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office?
Yes.
Adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
And it's rough. Groceries, the cost of groceries has gone up, the cost of gas has gone up. And as this is all happening in the context of 2 years of a pandemic, it's one of the highest priorities actually for the president and for me.
That is called Bidenomics. That is called Bidenomics, and we are very proud of Bidenomics.
All right, we continue she's very proud of Bidenomics. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that was Kamala Harris touting her pretty radical beliefs on the economy in her own words. According to Kamala, her values have not changed. We don't know where she stands because she's only done an interview for 16 minutes and 29 seconds spoken. So on the issue of the economy, just how many of you in this room, and you can all close your eyes so you're not looking at your neighbor, have struggled economically in the last number of years? Wow. Wow. And when I started my adult life, I struggled to pay my rent. My jobs, I've listed them 100 times, working in the service industry and bartending and cooking and washing dishes and construction. Not McDonald's, that was a lie.
By the way, she didn't work at McDonald's, right?
She did not. Well, there's no evidence of it.
Did she work at McDonald's? Because
so far, no evidence.
I don't think so, based on what I saw.
Here's my question. She wants to raise corporate taxes. She wants to raise small business taxes, capital gain taxes, estate taxes, the international corporate minimum tax, to the point where America won't be competitive anymore. And your tax cuts are about to expire in 2025. What does this mean for the economy? What does it mean for everybody here struggling?
So I gave you the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. If you let the Trump tax cuts expire, which he wants to do, she wants to terminate them. If you do that, you will suffer the biggest tax increase in history. There's never been a tax increase like it. On top of which, she wants to add a lot of tax. This country will end up, and I've said this a lot, and I mean it, this country will end up in a depression if she becomes president, like 1929. This will be a 1929 depression. She has no idea what the hell she's doing.
What if unrealized capital gains taxes were implemented? What would
she wants to do that. This is where you have something, you don't even know what the value is. I tell you what, if that's going to happen, go out and open an appraisal company because you're going to make a fortune. That's about the only group that's going to make it, and accountants. It is the craziest idea. And remember this, very rich people and big international corporations, they don't have to stay in the United States. And they will be forced to leave for other countries. They can't afford to do a thing like that. They may have great wealth and no cash, and they're going to have to pay cash. Where are they going to get the cash? If they do that, the unrealized capital gain, it's been talked about for a few years by ultra-left Marxists only. Like her father's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist teacher of economics. Can you believe this? But if that happened, this country, and I think forgetting about that particular, she's got a lot of things that are just as bad. If she gets in, I think we will have a depression. 1929 style depression. That's what I think will happen to our country. Already they've set us on a path.
What about price gauging, as she calls it, or gouging?
Well, she called it gauging.
And what if they implement that and then price controls?
Yeah,
that's been tried in
many times.
The former Soviet Union, Venezuela, even in this country in the 70s, it was a disaster.
Yeah, every time it's been tried, no matter over hundreds of years, not just over hundreds of years, price controls, you end up with no product, you end up with massive inflation, and you end up with the destruction of a country.
How does this impact? How do high interest rates impact? How does inflation impact everybody that's here?
Well, they can't buy a home. They can't do anything. Your business is stopped up. You can't borrow money. And by the way, I had interest rates at 2%. Now they're 10%, but you can't get the money. You can't get the money. There's no money available. So 10% is right. If you can't get the money, 10% is not the right number. It's got to be much more than that. You can't borrow money to buy a house now.
It really is unbelievable. So we have all of this. Now, let me talk about, in 6 days, you will have probably your only opportunity to debate Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
If I vote instead of George Stephanopoulos' network that I get to moderate the debate. Just saying. But ABC is not.
ABC is the worst network in terms of fairness. They had a poll where I was 17 points down a couple of days prior to the election. I was 17 points down in Wisconsin. And they do that so people don't vote because, hey, I love Trump, but he's 17 points out. I'm not going to go out and vote. I was 17 points down and I won. And I called the best pollster. I said, why wouldn't they say 5 or 4 or 3? Because at 3, you go and vote. At 17, your people say, I want to vote, but, I'm busy. I have other things to do. Let's go see a movie and we'll watch the results later. They are the most dishonest network, the meanest, the nastiest, but that was what I was presented with. I was presented with ABC, George Slopadopoulos, you know who he is. And he's a nasty guy. And yet, he's a nasty guy. I've had him up to here. But let me tell you, he's a very, very bad kind of a guy. But I watched his interview of Joe Biden. It was like the softest interview I've ever seen. It was softer than the CNN interview of Kamala. But they're very nasty. And I think a lot of people are going to be watching to see how nasty they are, how unfair they are. I agreed to do it because they wouldn't do any other network. The other thing is her best friend is the head of the network. Her husband's best friend is married to the head of the network. And they're going to get the questions. I've already heard they're going to get the questions in advance. They even have Donna Brazile. Remember Donna Brazile? Donna Brazile. She's a real beauty. Donna Brazile. She gave Hillary Clinton the questions. You remember that? And she works for ABC, and she's at the round table talking about the debate. So we're going to watch very closely. But you're not allowed to do it. We even have a clause in the contract. You can't give them the questions, but I'm not sure it's going to help her that much, though. You might give her the questions and give her the answers with the questions. I'm not sure it's going to help her.
I don't know. All right. Now, So, unlike Kamala Harris, our time is actually up. However, we're going to let Dave McCormick ask the first question, and we're going to air that not tonight, but tomorrow night.
He always does this, yeah.
I do.
Our time's up, but you know what? Let's make 2 shows out of it.
More in front of President Trump as we continue.
All right, guys, give me 1 second because.
Well, we've got to figure out what's going on here. But they're going to commercial. They said their time's up. So what the hell? So they're going to keep going on their part, but they're not going to air it. That's not even right. So what do you guys think? You always get a straight answer from Trump. You know what he's about. Well, yeah, Billy Bob, I can understand that. But as far as the show goes, and I don't believe they're not going to keep airing all of it. Exactly right, Sean. Got to get a little sarcasm there. But next time you hear where they're going, let me know. I could have been live in Harrisburg. It's only 4 hours from me. But the next time that Trump gets back to Butler, if he makes it back before the election, I'm going to head there. It's only like an hour and a half away from me, and I'll try to do a live stream from there. But which they said there's not a lot of good cell signal there, so hopefully we'll get something going on here. But to let everyone here know, let me go off the screen here and put my information back up. There's my information for everyone new to the show. Please go in and like, subscribe, share everything that you see in there, whatever you're tuning in from. Don't forget to subscribe and everything. Come join us 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, weeknights, where every night we got tons of videos and articles we go over. We get into great conversation on Wimpkin. You can join us on wimpkin.com. Get the app, just go to the website, whatever. /country conservative. You'll find me in there weeknights. And most mornings I do a morning show for Waking Up America with the conservative viewpoint, which I'm not getting enough sleep, so I might have to duck off a couple of them. But Hannity is a nunchuck duck. Nice one, Vic. Never heard that one. And tomorrow night, guys, you'll join us. We got a lot of things we got going on. We got the Don't Get Dead Disaster Factor Tip of the Day. I also have a giveaway once a week, maybe twice, if I remember to do it. I set it up in the show for tonight, but we put the show off until tomorrow night, so you guys got to join us for that. We also did Lefties Losing It from Sky News. We're adding that into it. We started that yesterday. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. Trying to get more people in here. We got to get the truth out to people, guys. We're 2 months away from the most important election of our lifetimes. We got to get people woke up. We've got to get them to join in. And if you can, be a poll watcher. We got to put the pressure on these Democrats so they don't find it as easy to cheat as they did in 2020, which that'll probably get me a ban anyways. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Tomorrow night, guys, 9 p.m., Conservative Viewpoint, Eastern Standard Time. For the guys that are in other countries or different time zones, we got Texas. We got them all over the place. We got different countries that tune in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm glad for all you new people that came into the show tonight to watch the town hall. Please join us again tomorrow night. You guys will not be disappointed. We do a lot of stuff. We get into a lot of different conversations. A lot of people's got to work tomorrow, so everybody's scattering. So I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night for a great episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. Title of the show is, let me find it real quick before you guys sign off. And I do my monologues and stuff. But I'm not going to do it tonight because this was a special edition. But tomorrow night's show, and I'm leaving it the way it was. Let's see. Democrats have lost control. They've lost control of their states. their country, their counties, everything. And they have Kamala Harris that thinks going to fix it. She's the one that hell messed it up. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. Everyone have a good night. And please join me tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Conservative Viewpoint. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.